Welcome to session one. It's our first week, and you'll notice there is a session one folder, and it has the start date and end date for the session. This is our smallest session, and it's our first one for the year, so we're learning the workflow. We want to focus on habits and rituals and how our routines focus on one or the other. The habits being things we learn to do without having to put too much brain power into it, and then rituals where we focus on one thing and go deep with it. So the assignments are built around those habits and rituals. And when you click on the assignments, it has details. And one thing I want to call out is you have an overview video, which you're watching right now. You have an assignment due date document. This gives you a quick, when I say quick, I mean it's very detailed, but it shows you step by step what we're doing for pre-production, the professionalism quotient rubric that we're using each month for all the professionalism that you're supposed to be doing in class. We assess that at the end of every month. We'll be doing that at the end of this week. Production, what we do then. Post-mortem, this is when production's over and we talk about how well our teams functioned. So not our project, but how well we communicated and collaborated and used class time, etc. We'll talk about that in our teams. And post-production, you wrap up everything, publish it, get it ready for the advisory committee to come in and watch and partake in your experience. Also, we're sharing it for peer review, and so you have things you're doing for that. So if I go back out here and look at the folder, again, it's in chronological order, and there are resources built in here on how to use edublogs, how to make a blog post. So if you're confused by that, please watch this. It'll take you step by step through it. How to take notes how to take notes while you're watching a YouTube video as you're learning something, to take timestamps for exact moments in the video, so it links right back to that point when you're trying to learn about it, and how to take notes and link to those moments in the video. This tutorial shows you how to do that. And there's other resources, Fibonacci numbers and Scrum, and how we do all this stuff, and so you'll be learning about that as well. We have other resources at the bottom folder, depending which class it is the film class. We have some other resources here for you to take a look at. Ooh, the game one, we can get rid of that. We don't need that in this one because this is film. Badonk. There we go. As always, look at the schedule over here. This is how you track when things are due. You cannot turn in late work for full credit. You can get half credit if it's turned in within 24 hours. So hitting the timeline is super important. If it's not perfect, you can still improve it after the fact. As long as it's about 75% done, completed to my satisfaction, I'll allow you to work on it after the fact, because you need feedback to get better at stuff. So don't sweat it, just turn in stuff on time. That is the most important skill we're focusing on right now. Speaking of that, let's go take a look at some of the other things. So our schedule, you have this, it's linked at the top of our Schoology folder. We are now starting session one, which is starts with red, has pink and ends in red. Okay, and you can see the sessions throughout the year. Our tracking sheet, we're putting things in. Last week, I was asking you to fill this stuff out. Some of the classes, students still didn't finish it, and again, this is a requirement. It was due on Friday, but I've extended it until Tuesday this week because we can't move forward until we have this information put together, so for all of our classes. And on Monday, we're going to talk about building teams. We're going to build a spaghetti tower, and that's going to be revolved around this process, which we'll take a look at. But how do we build successful teams? And that's our focus on Monday. And a theme throughout all of our session work is learning how to team more efficiently. If we do that well, all of our work gets better, period. The more we make things and debrief what worked, the better we get at it. So we try to keep this cycle going of making things and then pausing, getting feedback, improving our process, and doing it again. All right, well, that is it. And welcome to this week and session one.